Yo people, Decepticon here from Vex Elite, and welcome to episode 4 of my Q&A interview vids. This time around I have a very special treat for you. As you can see, I have the legend that is Orbit. He's give up some of his time for me from away from his YouTube channel, as you all know. I hope you are subscribed. If not, get over there and have a look. He's come over here to answer these questions for me, so please like, please subscribe.
Cool.
Thanks,
Let's
people.
go.
Right. We will kick this off, mate, with your first question, which is, could you just tell us something about yourself?
Something about myself. So, I am Orbit from EU PlayStation. I have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/FullMetalHeroes. Anyone who doesn't know already. It's pretty successful. It's got hit just over 7 million views now on that channel. So that was pretty cool. I want to get to 10 million. That'd be nice.
Oh, that'd be lovely. Absolutely
That'd be
lovely. Answer for you. I've got to ask you, just for the people who, if they don't know, well, I don't know where they've been, what is your role and what is your power?
Okay, I am Earth. Been Earth literally since it came out, since like the day it released with DLC, wherever it was. And since then I've played around, you know, might have switched for a day or so, but majority I've just been Earth. I love it. I just love playing with the power, you know. I love the animations with it, and that's why I've stuck with it for so long. I play DPS and tank for PvE, mainly tank. Like, the only reason is because Earth's normally not the greatest DPS. Everyone's after the best DPSs, you know. So
Well,
I'm normally tank.
For anyone who don't know about how good your tanking is, I'll tell you a little story which, once again, you might not remember. But we was doing,
Go on.
was it Op 3? I think it was Op 3, and I sent you a PM, please mate, could you tank the last boss, Op 3? It was where the trolls have got to control the manhunters. I'm the troll, obviously.
Yeah.
You've come in to do it for
Snatch
us.
go.
Yep, we've done it, first run, as soon as you've come in, and then you've put in the group chat, LOL, had no weapon. You'd beasted the whole thing with no weapon, and it was just, there you go. That goes to show you what sort of a tank you're dealing with here, people.
So PvE, I'm main tank. I do like to tank. I like to tank hard content. I find if I'm tanking like earlier DLCs and I'm over geared, it's too easy and you don't really need to think about anything. So I like to tank.
Like to run them raids. It puts you in control. It's down to you. If you drop that raid, we need you to be standing there to controlling that boss, taking that boss where we need that boss, in and out the way. Just without a decent tank, every raid is so hard.
Exactly. Yeah. So I like to tank, and PvP sorry wise, I am probably mainly DPS. If I'm queuing, I'll only DPS, but if I'm scrimming, I'll be in tank stance. I used to have a full set of PvE, PvP in DPS and tank, but the thing is, you've just got so much gear. And now they've only got.
Where do you keep it?
Yeah, I don't anymore. I've got the 2 sets and the 1 PvP set. But yeah, it was just a mess, and even now my inventory is just a mess, just gear everywhere. I don't know what's what.
I've got OCD, so mine looks lovely and neat, but at the same point, there's a bloody lot of crap in there because you've got nowhere to put this stuff, nowhere.
Exhibits here. I've got like just flipping radar enhancers, which I'll never use. I've got vault tickets here. Where have I got those vault tickets from?
Who has vault tickets? I don't know anyone who actually owns vault tickets.
I can't. The thing is, I can't delete these vault tickets. I need to use them, and I can't be asked to even go in to use them.
Now
I've got 5 vault tickets.
I want to have a look at what crap I've got now. Proto repair bots. I suppose they can be used, but it's these silly compounds. I've got not even the Omegas. At least the Omegas help everyone. I've got compound attack 4s. They're never going to be used. flex
Yeah,
overs.
I actually had some repair bots earlier. I just threw them out. Just threw them out in front of the bank just to get rid of them. Because that's how little space I got.
We'll move on to your next one, mate. And this is, what do you like better, PvE or PvP?
I prefer PvP, easily. PvE, believe it or not, I actually used to only PvE. Didn't touch PvP. Every time, well, I did, but every time I used to go in there, I used to get fucking owned. I never went back in again for ages. But the only reason why I went back in there was to get feats. When I started to understand about feats and stuff, and I realised that PvP had some feats. So I went in there and just started liking PvP more and liking PvE less, just because, I don't know, it gets a bit repetitive for me, the PvE. The main reason why I do still PvE, obviously you get a load of bonuses from it, well, you used to anyway, like your marks to upgrade your shit for PvP, but it's all been changed now, isn't it?
Yep, it's a nightmare now.
Yeah.
You don't seem to get enough for the content you're running. It's like you're forced to use replay badges. Right, we'll move on to our next one, mate, which is why the character name and also why the league name?
Why the character name and why the league name? Okay, well, Orbit was actually not my first choice of character name, believe it or not. And if I'd got my first choice, I would. Who knows who Orbit would have been? But yeah, when I first made my character, I made an ice guy, and I tried to call him Matrix, but that name had already been taken. Can you imagine if I'd got that
Matrix?
name?
Yeah, right, that is a cool name though.
Yeah, it's a cool name. That was gone though.
But would life still be the same? Would it still be the same
I know.
now?
Who
That's
knows?
the thing.
It'd have been crazy. And my second choice, I was literally like, the reason why I came up with Matrix, I sat on my bed at the time. I remember it. I was looking around trying to think of a name, and I've got the fucking Matrix on DVD down in the corner. And I was literally going down, and I had like some space film as well. I can't even remember what it is. So I was thinking like space names. And then Orbit came to mind, typed Orbit in and got it, and here I am. So that's kind of, I mean, I didn't really have a, right, I'm going to pick this because of this. I was literally just thinking of like some cool names, and Orbit seemed pretty cool at the time.
But when you think back at the beginning, when we had these two leading players, everyone knows who the two leading players are. You have one person who comes out with an absolute superb name, Orbit, and the other one, yeah, carry on, mate, sorry.
And mate, like if you go onto Wave Dogs and type like Orbit and just see the hundreds of like different variations.
Tried to copy. Yep, they're all there.
Yeah, like Orbit with the one, Orbit, like, you know, there's just so many. It's cool.
That's got to make you feel warm and fuzzy inside. It's got to just make you think, yeah, I did that. That was me.
Yeah, I guess it's a bit strange now. I'm kind of all used to it. Like I'd be more like now if I checked and there wasn't, I'd be like,
what the fuck? What the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck? Not what the fuck. Wait,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? Like surprised. But back in the day when I was just first started to get my fan base, it was, yeah, like you say, you know, so you do get that nice feeling and stuff. So moving on to my league name. So I originally joined like a league. My first league, actually my second league, was Full Metal Heroes, which is when I started my YouTube channel. Hence the YouTube channel name, Full Metal Heroes. And the league had some problems. Well, not some. To be honest, I can't even remember what happened, but There's a point where like the league was being split, and there's a good chance for me to make my own league. And it's one thing that I always wanted to do myself, even though I still was good friends with everyone from Full Metal Heroes. So I chose the time to make my own league, and I wanted to reflect on my name as well. And same again, I'm thinking like all of these space names, Gravity was like not the first, my first option. Me and Raw, I don't know if you remember Raw.
Yep.
You do?
Yep, I remember Raw.
Yeah, well, you remember Raw? So me and him were like talking, and we literally went through so many before getting to Gravity. Then we got to Gravity, and it was like, yeah, that's sick. It's a cool name.
So could you tell us one of the possibles, if you could remember? Could you tell us what you
one of the possibles?
Because that could be good.
So that, what's it? I'll be honest, mate. I can't think. I can't think. It's annoying me as well. There was loads. I literally typed in like, if you go onto like Google and type like something to do with orbit, like, or you know what I mean?
Yep.
And it comes with words that are kind of similar to orbit. Went through that, space, and yeah, there's a load of them that we went through, and we got to Gravity in the end. I remember the day. It was a Wednesday. It was a Wednesday because I teach, and I just remember headed off that day. So
that's cool, bro.
Yeah, sorry, I can't think of the exact thing we chose.
You've done well to come out with Orbit and then to come out with Gravity as well. That is, it goes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Me, I went down the route where I am a Transformer geek. Everyone knows I like Transformers, but Decepticon was gone. I'm one of them ones who I like to have a whole name. It's got to be in capital letters. I don't want no dodgy little letters in it or nothing like that. And I figured Vex, so I went down the route of Vexicon. Vex, Decepticon, same sort of thing. And then I figured, well, then that makes the league look all about me, and that's the one thing when we tried making this league that we didn't want to do, so I had to change the name. £10 straight down the drain. And then I figured I changed it to Decepticon UK because Decepticon still weren't there, and then with the name reclaim, you had to go for Decepticon, and I knew that, mate, he was literally a level 3 just sitting there on a spaceship somewhere, and that is the most annoying thing, so I had to do it.
I was going to say, actually, I remember the UK on the end of your name. I didn't even know it's gone now, yeah.
It had to go. That was another tenner.
Nice,
so 20,
and smooth now.
Yep, 20 quid all in total, just to have my name as Decepticon. Right, we'll move on to your next one, mate, which is, what do you think of the current state of the game?
What do I think of the current state of the game? Right. Do you mean community? Do you mean the PvP? Do you mean the PvE?
You can answer that however you want, mate. I'll make it half easy for you because it can be taken in loads of different ways. But yep, you answer it however you want. I'm pretty sure people will want to know either way.
Okay, right. Well, let's start with the community. The community's never been the best. In fact, it's probably like the worst community like in the world. Like the people.
It reminds me of a Call of Duty community. That they can be just as bad. You get the kids who you go on and you want to log off after 5 minutes. That's just like how this is. You need a decent league for me.
The problem is, like, a lot of the top players, a lot of the good players will, have got bad attitude or whatever, and new players try and imitate them, and they just try and imitate their, how they're acting as well, and it's just a cycle that's just it's not going to improve, is what I'm saying, with the community. So, but there are some good players like yourself.
Thanks,
There's
mate.
my compliment back to you.
Thank you.
PvP, obviously they've had some changes to the PvP now. I don't know if you, I don't know how much you do PvP.
Yep, this is, I've been about 6 months now, so I'm still pretty new to
Oh,
it,
okay,
but
cool.
in them
Yeah.
6 months it's changed for me, so for you it must be completely different ball game altogether.
Yeah, it's changed massively. I mean, scrimmages now, I'm pretty out of the loop with scrimmages at the moment, but scrimmages, they've changed a new setup. They're running with 2 trolls, 2 healers and a tank now. Don't know if you knew that in 5s.
Yeah, I've seen them doing it just to slow it right down.
So I jumped in 1 scrim, and yeah, it did seem like it was just, you know, you've really got to work for the kills, which, you know, can be quite fun, but you know, at the same time, it's 15 minutes of button bashing.
Yeah,
and
see, for
not
me,
much results.
I must admit, I see it just a bit different. I've always looked at, with scrims, it should be, you get your team, I get my team. If you want to go in there, 3 healers, a tank and a troll, so be it. But I should be allowed to go in there with whatever I want. And then whatever happens, happens. But it's so many of the boys now, it's no hand blasters, no one-handed, no dual wield.
Yeah.
No one can do this, no one can do that, and it's, well, you are slowing this game down so much. I was in there the other day, we're winning on points. Why are we in there winning on points?
No, yeah, the weapon damage in PvP is absolutely insane. Like, you can hit 20 Ks on like, you know, a wind-up move. Let me see how much health I've got now. I'm in my PvP gear now. I've got 26,000 health, right? And, you know, I'm sometimes hitting people for like 22,000 just with a weapon. So I mean, like, it's going in. I don't know. Like, before, like, used to go in and like you could afford to make a few mistakes. You can't afford to make any mistakes now. I find, especially dueling, like a block break.
Yeah, first one to go down is pretty much game over.
It's hard. Yeah, it's hard. But I mean, that's in terms of, we all enjoy playing the game. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here.
I love this game. I genuinely love it.
You know, there's a lot of good things. I mean, the PvP system alone is just, with the block break, with the counters that they've got, is just good. That's what I was going to say. It's come back to me now. Don't know where that's come from. It's just come back. I was going to say that they should, they need to bring out lobbies with the scrimmage. Like, you know, you go into the lobby and you can see people's teams. Like, people have got their teams and they've entered into a lobby, and you can challenge, you know, people.
That would be superb.
And I don't understand why the fuck they haven't done that yet. It seems so like such a simple thing to do. Just to, you can see, you know, well, Team Awesome have got 5s. So, you know, just open the
something
lobby
like
up
that
and you
could save the PvP on this game at the moment so much.
yeah. I know.
But they ain't gonna
that's
listen
one
to
thing I'd love to.
the good ideas. They won't ever listen to. There's no money in that one. So, right, we will move nicely on. Well, I say nicely. This one is going to be a bit difficult for you. This is going to be.
I know exactly what you're going to say now.
Who are your top 3 leagues? And obviously, you're not allowed to say.
Said Gravity.
No, Gravity is not allowed to be included.
Okay. Can I say old leagues?
Yep, you can say whatever you want. This is just league,
Okay,
even if they just mean something to you.
Okay. Well, first I'm going to say elitism. Do you remember elitism, villains?
I'm not sure.
This was back in like the day, but those guys made me want a PvP. They were like the best. They were the best, like, league on villain side and on hero side on this server, and they were just crazy. I don't know if you've seen my video where me and like the Full Metal Heroes guys jump on top of Star Labs and kill them all while they're in their like weak PvP gear, and we're
Yep.
in. You seen that?
Yep.
They've got like shitty gear on, and we jump up and kill them all. We ran like little schoolgirls after like.
Because you know what's
But
coming.
because we know they're going to come back, put their proper gear on, and kick our asses. But that made me want to have a league. That's why I wanted to make my own league, or I wanted a league like they had, you know, a good strong league that no one messed with, and they were that. So I'm going to shout out to elitism. If there's any, I don't think there's any players around still from elitism, but those guys. Then I'm going to say, obviously, Full Metal Heroes, because that's where I like started my YouTube channel up. Still friends with, you know, all of those guys, and it's kind of where I became Orbit. No one knew me before Full Metal Heroes.
I've got a good few friends in there. A good few friends.
In Full Metal?
Yep.
Yeah, no, they're cool, and they seem to, you know, always recruit decent guys, so nice guys. So Full Metal Heroes, and I'm rocking their flying the flag on my YouTube URL, which can't be changed. So yeah, and last one, you're like save Elite.
No, you've got to say league what means stuff to you, mate. You have to.
Let me think. The thing is, I don't know many leagues, believe it or not.
Who's give Gravity their best competition? That'd help you.
You know who that is. You know who that is.
Yeah, that's another issue then, isn't it? Yeah, all right then. Yeah, you shout out whoever you want to shout out.
Yeah, good. Obviously, Team Awesome have always been strong on this server.
No one can knock them for what they can do in PvP. No one. They are good PvP boys.
They're number one right now.
We'll move on to your next one, mate, which is going to be real hard and real tricky to do. I am going to say first off, no Gravity members allowed. But could you please list to me 5 of your best players, and I mean when I say best, it's just players who, whether they helped you at the beginning when you first started playing, whether you enjoy playing with them now, just players who mean something to you. All on you.
Okay, so not the best, not the strongest players.
No,
like
they haven't got to be the best you've met.
5 favourite players, maybe.
Yeah, who's meant something to you.
Okay, cool. The thing is, I don't know if you watched my top 5 videos. Top 5 DPSs, top 5.
Yep.
And I went through all the roles.
Yep.
And mate, the comments, I got slated to the ground if I did not mention anybody.
See, so I asked the questions. I don't need to answer them. So this is easy for me. You, good luck.
Right, okay, so I'm gonna say Mass Murder, because I'm gonna do 2. I'm going to say Mass Murder and Tagger. Those 2 were like my people, you know, they were, well, Mass was the leader of Full Metal Heroes, and Tagger was like the right-hand man, I guess. And we, you know, those guys got me into PvP, good laugh, still love them. Yeah, so Mass Murder, Tagger. I'm going to say God's Disciple. He's like literally probably my best mate on this game, person I'm closest to on this game. What do you say?
Just a quick yee gods, because I do like gods. He's the man.
God's a fist pump. So yeah, gods. Let's name another one. Let's say. You know how difficult this is, man.
It's real hard. That's why I like putting this question on, and everyone I've ever asked.
And there's 5 as well, not even 3. Okay, right. I'm gonna say Laylouch, who was the leader of elitism, for a similar reason for my reason for picking elitism. That he was like just a quality leader that I wanted to, you know, be kind of like, you know, aspire to him.
Yep, that's nice.
That was ages ago. Not a lot of people know of him, but But yeah, Lelouch. And I'm gonna say a guy called Murmur, which you might not remember.
No.
Murmur was in Full Metal Heroes when I was in Full Metal Heroes, and Murmur was the one that taught me about skill points and said, you know, you need to start doing PvP because there's skill points in PvP, and literally he was my twos partner. He was like always, you know, if I was early days PvP and Murmur was on my team. And
Another
you know,
person
he
will
had
help
shit
make
he was like the Miss Chaos. Actually, shit, I'm gonna say Miss Chaos as well. I had a sick for him.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, shout out to Miss Chaos. He's just sick and at every power, and yeah.
Well,
So,
this one will. Go on.
Yeah, go on.
No,
Go on.
Well, this one will sort of help you out for you. This is literally just anyone you do want to give a shout out to, because we are coming to an end now. And I must say, just before you do, Albert, thank you very much for doing this interview for me. As you've seen, I am going to have to cut it, people, so what you see ain't going to be what we've actually been here chatting about for, I'm not even going to tell you how long, because you don't want to know.
How long is it? How long have I been talking?
We've been talking for, about 2 hours now.
Fucking
just
hell.
to let you know, just
take you a while.
about 2 hours. So yeah, it'd be a bit of cutting to do, but it is definitely worth it. As I say, much appreciated, because I know you've got things to do, and I know you get all the lads on you to come and do this, come and do that. But yeah, big thank you, mate. And I just want to finish it with, who do you want to give a shout out to?
I'm gonna give a shout out to Magix from Vex Elite for messaging me all the time, asking if the pressure's building up. He's like, is the pressure building? Are you ready? Thanks for doing this. Is the pressure there? Like, literally. So, shout out to Magix. Shout out to American Hero. Do you know American Hero?
Yep.
From the US server, he let me use his account one time for the US side. He's a cool guy. He's good. Shout
Obviously,
out
I only
to...
get to see the vids. I don't actually know him. I only get to see vids. But yep, I know you're on about.
Yeah. Shout out to the Daddy's House. He was like kind of my first inspiration for YouTube, I guess. Like, you know, he was the you know, the man back in the day when he was uploading regularly. And apart from that, can't think of anyone else. So I'll wrap it up there.
Cheers, mate. Thank you very much.
A little bit old school, but yeah. So where was I? What was I saying? What the fuck was I just saying?
Right, as you can see, people, right, this ain't me. This is Albert who's causing this. Right, we are trying to do a sensible video, but he's the one who keeps on making this happen. It is not me. Ignore the giggling. Right, we're not two little girls. We are trying to do this interview like sensible grown-ups, but it's just not happening at the moment. I do believe I'm the only one who smokes. I don't think Albert smokes at all, so at least I've got an excuse. Albert's not. I'm just putting that out there, people, so you all know.
Shout out to my man DECEPTICON-UK.
Bastard. Complete another bastard. That's going in a deleted scene. I'll put that in as a bonus.
3, 2,